What's going on, family? I'm out here live. Give me a second, and I'm give me a second. I'm out here loading it up, making it do what it do. Got YouTube going on. I got I don't want that one. I got YouTube going on. I got Instagram going on. I got uh Facebook Live going on. YouTube Live going on. Facebook Live Time 2 channel. So y'all give me a second here. Let me load up this other Facebook page, and I want to talk about what I saw today. Today I went on a field trip with the young people in Compton today, Compton, California. So I want to talk about the trades. Y'all know I'm a big advocate for trades. We got to create more business owners. We got enough employees. We got too many people looking for jobs, but not enough people starting businesses. So we're going to talk about that. Why did the schools really pull the trades, pull auto mechanics, auto and the trades out. All right, I got it. Wait. Oh no, I'm on the wrong one. That ain't even cool. I thought I typed all that up, y'all. I want to talk about what's going on. Why did they really pull the trades out of the schools, y'all? I want to tell you about my day. Y'all can look. I went on a field trip today with Centennial High School, school I graduated from in Compton, California. Oh, that's not even cool. I already was in the right place. See, that phone call about my coaching call distracted me, made me forget what I was doing, what I had already done, actually. Give me a second, y'all. How y'all doing? Where y'all at? Tell me where y'all at. What city, state, country y'all in so I'll know why I typed this up. Why? Let's say the real reason. Real reason. The real reason why schools pulled auto. I try to go support these schools, what I'm saying? Because for personal reasons as well. I got on that philanthropy, give back, humanitarian, help out my community kick. I want to help my people out because, we got too many people who get their bread and don't help nobody. We got too many people who got the good information and don't want to share with nobody. The real reason why schools pull auto mechanics and the trades. So I said, you know what? I got a little pool. I know a few people. You know what I'm saying? So if I say let's go up to the schools, they gonna go. If I say let's give back, they gonna give back. So I said, let me see what I can do to help out. I'm gonna just start going up there and hanging out, and it's gonna create a little situation where my friends are gonna see me doing it, then they gonna want to start doing it. We got a lot of followers in the world, so I ain't tripping. But I know if they see me do something, then a lot of people are gonna do it too. So I love that. That's cool. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my best to do what I can do to send out a positive message. Where this at? Where this at? Y'all see, I'm doing the most. Excuse me. I'm gonna stick some charges in so nobody won't be complaining through the. Oh, that ain't where that go. No, nobody complaining to my. Hey, we ain't got no charge over here, player. So I'm gonna do that. So give me a second. Where y'all at? Tell me where y'all at so I know. Who I see on here? I see Mr. Peabody. What's going on? Brother Ed Smith in the house. How you doing, fam? Desiree, how you doing? Annette, how's it going? Gamba, how you doing? Y'all share this for me if y'all can. D, what's going on? Renee, how you doing? Ash, how you doing? Shatrice, how you doing? You know, I appreciate y'all tuning in. King Eddie in the house. What's up, family? You know, so let me see here. One more again. Hold on. Job. Let me see here. Give me one more again. I want to see this here. I like to lean back and relax from time to time. So, get my book before we get started. Y'all see I got my salt lamp back there. Got to keep it healthy. So today, what did I do? Today I went to hang out with my school that I graduated from in Compton, California, Centennial High School. You know, again, I like to give back. I like to do my part and go in there and teach the things that I know. See, I know way too much stuff to not go back and teach others what I know. I'm trying to figure out how to start the conversation. I don't like complaining. You know, I don't like complaining about stuff. See, when I came back originally and said, you know what, I did put cars and rap videos. I done built some of the baddest lowriders in the world. I done shipped lowriders on the other side of the planet. You know, I done made all this money in my life. I done blew all the money. I done did all of this. I did all of that. I done made this. I made that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't blew nothing, by the way. I don't know where that came from. I done got took, but anything. But I wanted to say that I decided I want to start giving back and I want to help because I got a lot of information that needed to be transferred. Once we gain information and once we do something that helps, that helped me to where I made some money, that it became time for me to go back and teach others. What you got? I appreciate that, King Eddie. Thank you for doing the work too, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Providing the platform for a brother to come speak from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But what people don't realize is that you got to give back. And here's the thing about it. A lot of people don't realize giving back can be complicated. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So here I did all this amazing things. I made history. We in Black History Month, by the way. I got enough stuff that my name should be floating up and down the post every day talking about TJ created this and TJ, he's the first to do that. Yeah, I could really go there, but I chose not to because I want to turn around and get some other stuff together first before I put my information out. But anyway, my point is, it's a lot of amazing people out here. So when you come back, when those amazing people decide to come back and give back, it's very political. Y'all hear what I just said? When an amazing person does something amazing and go off and make $1 million, it can become, and he or she decides, you know what? I want to go back to where I grew up at and give back. I want to go help the people that I came from, where I came from, and I want to give back. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I want to go to my community and help them out and give back because it's important that we give back. That can be very challenging. And I was one of those brothers that went through challenges. So I'm gonna tell y'all why. And I'm not trying to go into no whole negative conversation again. I just want y'all to know what's going on out here in this world. People, schools are looking for a certain kind of people to come and give back. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You can give back if you coming in here with $1 million check. You gonna come in here and write a check for 10,000, 100,000? Okay, yeah, we'll let you come in here and give back. You like, oh well, I want to come in there and tell them what I've done. I want to come in there and tell them how I made this $1 million and stuff like that. They like, okay, what did you do? You're a rapper. When you're a rapper, they don't care who you are. Come on in here. You talk about killing people and drinking crack coke, taking crack cocaine. Oh, come on in, Mr. Rapper. You're good. You're cool. You can come in, no problem. You know what I'm saying? They don't question that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been to college and you a rapper. Cool, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Even though you got a negative message, come on in, talk to the school, no problem. But another thing is when a person comes in there and don't have $1 million check, but want to come in there and drop some knowledge and say, hey, this is what I did. This is what's going on. I'm going to expose you to what's really happening in the world. They be like, oh, that's great. That's great. First question out their mouth is, what university did you graduate from? Like, what? What do you mean, what university? What that got to do with anything? I'm TJ. I'm coming in here to drop some knowledge on how I made $1 million, how I help my friends make $1 million, and how I want to be able to help these young people in school make $1 million. What university did I attend got to do with me doing that? Here's why they ask that question. Because they are putting out a certain message in schools. Y'all hear what I'm saying? In those schools, in most of the schools across the country, they're saying that we only want people who've been to a university to talk to our children. Because, yeah, I got my water again today, y'all. So they're asking people, what university did you attend? Because they only want to have people from universities in front of them talking, in front of their children talking. Why is that, y'all? Because the schools want to say, they make statements like, all smart people went to a university. They cannot afford for the smartest guy in the building, the smartest person to come in there speaking, to have not went to have not attended college. Y'all hear what I just said? Because you may want to be like him. You may want to go his direction. Y'all hear what I'm saying? What you got, King Eddie? Exactly. When you don't fit the narrative, like King Eddie said, when you don't fit that narrative, they don't necessarily want you, no matter how popular you are, no matter how much money you got. They want, if you ain't finna write a check, you can't just walk into the school and not have a degree and speak to those young people. The school, first of all, let's talk about what school should be about. What should be the whole purpose of a school? The whole purpose of a school is to go in there and teach my children something. I want my child to come back smart enough to come back and take care of themselves and take care of me when I get older. When I'm 89, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be about 99, 108 before something happened to me where my child may have to take care of me. In fact, that may not never happen. I might be pushing all the way until it's just the end. You know what I'm saying? At 108 years old, TJ kept walking and doing this thing. But anyway, my point is, we send our children off to school so that they can get that knowledge, so that they can come home and take care of themselves, take care of their families, start families, and purchase homes, etc. You know, that's the blueprint. That's what the blueprint's supposed to be. And I believe that a lot of people have forgotten that, or a lot of people don't realize that there is a blueprint for us sending our children out to get an education. So they pushed it to where it's all about the education. So anyway, I'm gonna move away from that topic and go back to my point. So yes, I have a lot of young people asking me, how did you, when I go in there and when I do get in there and to the people who deal with me, I see very clearly that a lot of people are deceiving our children. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? Well, what's happening? What's up, Chico? How you doing, fam? What's going on, Del Rose? How you doing, Peter? What's going on, Kaba? How y'all doing? I have a lot of people asking me questions. A lot of these young people asking me questions like, you didn't go to college? I'm like, man, I just gave you this amazing presentation, just said all of this amazing stuff, and that's all you got out of that? I ain't said nothing about college. I'm here talking about lowriders. I'm in here talking about the movies that I know people be a part of, the car, all this old stuff. And you gonna ask me, did so I didn't go to college? And I'm talking about they shocked. They're shocked. You know why they're shocked? Because they're being told that people who don't go to college fail in life. And I don't think that's fair. But anyway, so I want to talk about my trip to the school today. Yeah, I got into the schools, but it took me knowing a whole lot of people, y'all, to make a whole lot of moves to get me into the schools. It was not easy by far. So what happened? We went on a field trip today. My school I graduated from in Centennial High School. We went up to Edo Brock Racing in Torrance, California. For those of you guys who don't know, Edo Brock is for cars. That's a racing company. They make everything that Edo Brock sells is about racing. It's about going fast. Y'all see these cars going up and down the street with these fast motors. A lot of times, most times out of 10, half the time, that's Edo Brock. They got some Edo Brock racing parts. So that is a multi-billion-dollar business, family. So where did the guy start off at? The guy started off as a mechanic. So me being a mechanic, that's my background. Now I'm a public speaker, traveling around the country doing speaking, doing coaching and consultations and doing trainings and stuff. But my background, I come from the automotive industry. Canudo, how you doing, fam? Michelle, how you doing? I come from automotive industry. I restored a lot of cars in my time. I built a lot of amazing cars. I built trucks. I built new cars, used cars, custom cars, classic cars. I'm a manufacturer. I make my own car parts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that? Matter of fact, if you see this tube behind me I think only YouTube can see it. There's a big tube behind me. I sell a lot of car parts, so I put those car parts that I make in those tubes and ship them. So what I wanted to talk about today is that field trip where we went to Edo Brock. Edo Brock, the owner was a white guy. Good evening, fam. How you doing? He started off his company. He started off as a mechanic, right? And he decided he wanted to make his car go faster. Y'all hear what I just said? White guy decided he wanted to make his car go faster. So he started messing with it because he was a mechanic. He understood the engines and the mechanics behind, what makes a car go fast, what makes a car go slow, what makes a car do the things that it do. So he turned around and he modified some stuff to make his car go faster. So all of those modifications he made, he started manufacturing those parts. Y'all hear what I just said? Because other people came and said, man, your car is fast. What did you do to make your car go faster? I got the same kind of car and it ain't as fast as yours. What did you do? It's like, oh, I made these modifications. I manufactured some parts to make my car go fast. Can you sell me one of those too? I want to make my car go fast like yours. So all of a sudden, boom, up comes the business. Now, dude didn't go to college, y'all. He was just a manufacturer. He was just a mechanic. So it's a lot of people. That's another problem I want to talk about. When I'm sitting in this, when I went out to, if you look at the video today, the pictures, it was only out of 15, 20 children, there was only 2 African-American children in the class. Why is that? Because parents don't want their children to be mechanics. Y'all hear that? Parents do not want their children to be mechanics because it doesn't come with a degree attached. Why is that? Fabrication company. That's right. Aftermarket parts. They fabricate aftermarket parts for cars. So parents don't want their children to go to mechanic classes or woodshop classes and things like that, take those trades or trade schools because they're told, quote unquote, if children don't have a degree, they're going to fail in life. Well, that is one of the biggest lies I've ever heard in my life, family. But that is heavily, heavily promoted in the college system. So fast forward the story, the dude turned around and created his company, and he has that company averages $43 billion annually, y'all. I walked through that building, and you got the vast majority of the people who work there are white. None of them been to college, y'all. None of them. Everything in there, they teach people how to do themselves. Everything in there, they're teaching the people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's get back to some basics of what's going on. So, I'm in there talking. Y'all know why the $43 billion a year business allowed Centennial High School in Compton, California to come to the school? I mean, to come and do a field trip. Y'all want to know why they allowed that? Because they need more mechanics. They realize it's a dying industry. People are not learning how to do mechanics. So they started, a lot of these companies are starting to partner with schools saying, we will hire you straight out of high school. Did y'all hear what I just said? Mechanics are being hired straight out of high school, making $25 an hour, starting at, y'all, mechanics. Did y'all hear what I just said? I was talking to the teacher today, and the dude told me, my partner told me, he said, TJ, I just want them to get, just stay in school long enough so I can get them the certificate. At least learn how to change brakes, and I can get them a certificate in changing brakes. Once they get that certificate in changing brakes, I can get them a job at the dealership. Y'all hear what I just said? Do y'all hear what I just said? If he can keep them in school long enough without dropping out, that they can get a certificate in brakes, they can get certified in high school as they have a certificate from their mechanics teacher, and they do know how to change brakes. They can take that certificate and hold it, and the teacher, y'all hear what I just said? The teacher will call over to one of the many auto dealerships, or better yet, the auto dealers have them on speed dial saying, hey, what does this year's class look like? How many auto mechanic students do you have? Do y'all know it ain't too many black schools, too many schools where African American children are that has an auto mechanic class? It ain't too many schools, period, in America that has an auto mechanic class. Did y'all hear what I just said? So therefore, dealerships, Metro, the train company needs mechanics. Every dealership in America always needs mechanics. So these people are fighting. These people are fighting to keep mechanics, to find mechanics. So long story short, they've reached out to the high school, said, hey, we willing to donate y'all this. We want to give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? If you can just get us some mechanics over here, because we need mechanics. So fast forward the story. When you graduating from high school, you already done built no field trips to Edelbrock, field trips to this place, field trips to that place. And they waiting on you to get your certificate so that you can come over there with them and be a mechanic and have a pension, a retirement, a medical, the whole nine, dental, work a career as a mechanic. Y'all hear what I just said? Starting off at $25 an hour. They will start you off at $25. I ain't into the employee stuff, y'all, but I just thought that was interesting because most people who graduate from a university, I always hear that it's hard to find a job. They can't find a job. It took them 2 years to find a job, all this kind of stuff. But yet I'm sitting here with the mechanic teacher, and he's telling me, TJ, everybody's getting a job. Everybody that get a certificate, that graduates here with a certificate, TJ, they're going to get a job at a dealership. We're walking around Edelbrock, and he's like, see, TJ, I helped that guy right there get a job. That's one of my old students. I was like, and they like, please send us some more mechanics. He's like, the dealers want mechanics, the train companies want mechanics, the post office want mechanics, the trucking companies want mechanics. Everybody that has vehicles want their own personal mechanics on staff, y'all. But we sitting around telling our children not to go to a trade school. So anyway, boom, we're gonna leave that one alone and move forward. I like the whole entrepreneurship part of the conversation and talking about Edelbrock, y'all. When you're a mechanic, you identify a lot of things. You're working on a lot of things. So me as being when I grew up as a mechanic, I worked on a lot of cars. I saw a lot of things that I said, well, this ain't right. Well, as a mechanic, I know, a lot of cars, certain cars break down. I already know Ford, what they say, fix or repair daily, right? I already know Ford, most Ford, I already know mentally which Fords is going to have a transmission problem. So when people come to me every other day saying, TJ, I got some money, I'm thinking about buying a new car. What kind of car should I get? Boom. Don't buy a Ford. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy a Ford automobile. You don't want no Ford because Fords have transmission problems. I already know. So anyway, my point is, not sitting here to blast no car dealerships or anybody, but my point is, what I do know is that when I see these certain cars got problems, most likely I fix them. So when Ford has a problem and I say, okay, well, this has the transmission problem, I talk to my transmission guys and they say, yeah, they always have problems because they don't put these big enough seals in them. Every time Ford makes a car, they don't put big seals in them. It's like they want their cars to break because they don't want you to keep it long enough. Okay. So you're going to always need new seals, hypothetically speaking. You're going to always need this or that. So I turn around and I can look at the transmission and decide, hypothetically speaking, okay, I know what to do to where I can upgrade these transmissions or I can upgrade these engines. I can upgrade these cars because I'm a mechanic. I understand how to make them go faster. I understand how to make them not break down no more. I understand how to make them get better gas mileage. So I'm going to create something myself so that I can turn around and start selling it. Kenya, how you doing? Sam Bianco, how you doing? I hope I pronounce it. If I don't pronounce your name wrong, right? I appreciate it. I hope y'all don't get offended by it. But anyway, when you have a trade, you can turn around and do amazing things, family. So as a mechanic, I'm a mechanic. I'm what do you say? I know all about electricity. I know about plumbing. I know about uh, automotive. I know about construction. I know about pretty much anything. It ain't too much I don't know about, y'all, because I'm a man of the trades. I've had all these trades in my life. Metal shop, welding, all that. I know all about all that stuff. I can build pretty much anything. I can go fix pretty much anything. I know how to figure stuff out. You know. So anyway, anybody, and it's not just me, it's anybody who had all the trades back in the days. So that's the problem, family. I want to get back on that topic. That's why they pulled the trades out of the schools, because this is one of the reasons. People who come home from school in high school and they've had all of these trades, they're valuable. Y'all think I'm smart? A lot of my friends are just as equally as smart. They know exactly. All of us learned this stuff together. Y'all hear what I just said? I may have been around certain kind of different people, but a lot of my friends is smart as well. They ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? We can go break down the engine. We can go break down the house. We can go build an engine. We can go build up a house. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? So a lot of my friends that graduated from me with me that has the trades, they got a lot of game too. They got a lot of game, y'all. So I'm a little bit smarter, but some of them I ain't as smart as too, though. But I ain't the only one, y'all. It's the people who have had all the trades. Anybody who was fortunate enough to have had all the trades in school, they some tough guys. They're no joke. So if you was back in the 70s and you had auto body classes, auto painting classes, auto mechanic classes, what's it called, wood shop classes, you ain't nothing to be reckoned with. You ain't nothing to play with. Can't no contractor come in your house and screw you over if you got all of these skills and you know how to do it yourself. You're not going to let nobody come in your own personal residence and tell you, I'm going to charge you $45,000 to remodel this kitchen. You're going to be like, dude, I can buy all that shit from Home Depot myself and put it in, you know what I'm saying, for $2,500. I'm not finna pay you no $45,000. So this is why they said, you know what? We're making these people too independent. They don't need us because they got all these trades. So they said, let's start pulling that stuff out of school. So when we go back to the auto mechanic guys, and I talk to my auto mechanic guys, what do you say? The prison industry complex doesn't need smart, well-trained prisoners. Exactly. Prison industry want people that don't know nothing, that's dumb, so they sound dumb, look dumb, don't have no way of knowing how to make no money. So the best option they have is to go sell some drugs. That's what they're looking for. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're looking for, and that's exactly what they're doing. So I'm talking around because I got so many things going on my mind, y'all. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I hope y'all don't get offended, but I'm gonna tell you straight out. I'm gonna tell y'all the facts. And I'm not here against college. I'm just telling y'all the real. If the K through 12 did what they were supposed to do, y'all hear? I'm gonna rewind it. If the K through 12, meaning kindergarten through the 12th grade, if they did what they were supposed to do and left all those trades into the schools, if I grew up and in junior high school, I had my typing classes, my sewing classes, I had my Spanish classes, I had my all these Mandarin classes, hypothetically speaking, in junior high school, no big deal. Learn how to read, learn how to write in elementary, first K through 6, learn how to do all of that in elementary, reading, writing, math, all of the basic stuff I need. Then all of a sudden you go to junior high school, took your sewing class, took your typing class, took your lightweight cooking classes and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Now you get to the 12th, what is it, the 9th grade through 12th grade? Okay, I get into the 9th grade. Give me some more Spanish classes. Give me some more Mandarin classes because these are things I really need. Give me my auto mechanic class. Give me my wood shop class. Give me my metal shop class. Give me my auto body shop class. Give me my welding class. All these electives. Give me some type of a coding class. You hear we got, I think we got 6 periods, right? By the time I graduate, you'd have multiple people offering me jobs, offering these young people jobs. So I'll say this, if the K through 12 handled the business, there would be no reason for us to put our children in a university unless they want to be a doctor, unless they want to be an attorney. So look at the school system starting to change, y'all. Look at that. Y'all know I stay in the schools. I talk to teachers on a regular basis. They call me with their complaints. They tell me what's going on. TJ, did you know this? Did you know that? Because I'm an advocate. I go down to the city halls. I go down there because I'm always speaking to people. I'm talking to politicians. So by me having an ear of what's going on in the school system, I know that next time I'm in the city hall, or the next time I'm in one of them big meetings and the mayor is sitting there, or the politicians or our congresswoman or congressman is sitting there, I'm gonna be like, hey, I was talking to some of our teachers. See, I'm not just throwing out stuff. I'm like, hey, I was talking to our teachers, and they're saying they don't have coding in the schools. They're saying that they just pulled the wood shop out of the schools, like I found out today. They pulled the wood shop out of Centennial High School 2 years ago. And I'm like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that one? That pissed me off. I'm like, how did I miss that? They pulled the wood shop out of Centennial High School. That blew me away. I'm like, man, I would have advocated for them not to be able to take that out. Talking about they couldn't find nobody to take the classes. That pisses me off, y'all. Why are we not in my YouTube people? Say hi, say something. Y'all on YouTube. Y'all share these videos for me if y'all can. I appreciate it. Okay, I see you up there. Cammy Startup Denver. I appreciate it. Denver, Colorado in the house. What am I saying, y'all? I'm at the Centennial High School today, and I'm walking around. Y'all see me. Y'all can go back to my other Facebook videos. I went live today, and I'm like, I opened up a container that was full of wood. So all of a sudden, I'm like, what was that about? So I go talk to my boy, and he come over there. He said, oh, yeah, all that was from the wood shop that they closed down. They took the wood shop out of here. Like, what? And what did they have sitting outside? They had cabinets. The wood shop class was making cabinets for the houses. Y'all hear what I just said? I saw cabinets for kitchens sitting there on the side getting rained on. They made these in the wood shop class. If you've read my book, Monetizing Gentrification, Building Black Ownership, you'll see in this book, I got cabinets in this book saying, family, put your children in schools that got cabinet classes because your child will become a multi-millionaire if you start a business making cabinets. In this economy, with the housing boom that's going on, Your child will be no joke. He learned how to make cabinets in junior high, in high school, and go from the ninth to the 12th and keep taking these different woodshop classes and turn around and say, go talk to these builders, all these people who are remodeling their houses. They can sit in their garages and make custom cabinets for people who are remodeling their kitchens. You know what I'm saying? So do you want your child to go to, let me be careful with my conversation. We're gonna have an entrepreneurship conversation. Entrepreneur always has trades. All entrepreneurs most likely come from a trade, y'all. A person who knows how to build cabinets can start a business in his garage. Y'all hear what I just said? A person who knows how to build cabinets, a person who knows how to work on the car, a person who knows how to do plumbing, a person who knows how to do metal shop work, a person who knows how to do anything that got to do with using your hands and creating and making stuff. That is business ownership basis. That starts from business. That is the basis of a business owner, a person who comes from the trades. Most business owners all had a trade. They all knew how to work on cars. They all knew how to build houses. They had some kind of trade, and it didn't come from school. Most of this stuff didn't come from school. It was all passed down. Family members taught them how to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You look at me. What was my background? My dad was a master diesel mechanic. Y'all hear what I said? My dad, rest in peace, was Thomas Lofton Sr. was a master diesel mechanic. So are y'all surprised that I'm a celebrity car builder? Knowing my dad was a master diesel mechanic, meaning I grew up with that shit in my DNA, knowing how to work on cars. By the time I got to high school, I had a class in high school teaching me about cars. You know what I'm saying? Again, had learned more about cars. Then I turn around and I'm in my neighborhood with my buddies and we're back there building cars. So nobody was surprised when I grew up and started a lowrider shop. They was like, TJ, you always had a business in the backyard. We ain't surprised. They didn't get surprised until I told them how much money I made. That's when they got surprised. So anyway, it's all about the trades, family. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to have a good job or do you want to become successful? Do you want to have some money in your pocket? Do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to be able to be in position to manufacture something and make car parts or make housing parts or turn around and manufacture stuff? So I'm sitting there in Edelbrock today. Matter of fact, I got their book right here. They said they ship out 250 parts, 250 boxes a day. Y'all see this? This is like almost like a Bible in low riding. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? This is like the Bible in low rider. You're going to need some stuff out this book. If you got a low rider, you're very, very informed about what this is. If you got a car that goes fast, you know exactly who this is. I'm sitting there listening to this guy's story. Started off as a mechanic, ended up a multi-billionaire. Started off as a mechanic, had a trade class, learned how to work on cars, ended up as a multi-billionaire. Y'all hear what I just said? And I think about that. So we got to ask ourselves, do we want to be successful or do we just want a good job? You know, you make that choice every day. Our people make that choice every day. Do you want to be successful or do you want a good job? I don't think most people know that they can be successful, so they go after whatever it takes to get a good job. Anybody tell you that you have to have a college degree to start a business is a lie. That is a lie. All these people that I know did not attend. Most 90%, over 90% of my friends that have successful business did not attend college. I ain't here to bash college. I just want to get that out the way and say that. So I hate to hear people who say that. We have college students teaching future college students. And it's like a cycle that's going on. All these students are being taught by a college person. They're all coming in there with that same story. You have to have a degree to be successful. What does successful look like? That's a good job. That is not successful. If you are not a homeowner, if you can't afford to purchase a home off of this good job, then you're not successful. Y'all hear what I just said? See, we have to put the blueprint out there. We have to teach our young people what is the blueprint. Because right now the blueprint is go to college, go to school, get a good job, go to college, get a good job. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint. Not, it seemed like with a good job kind of just faded away as well. It's about get your degree. Go to college and get your degree. That's where it ends at. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't cool, y'all. We need more. College alone is not enough. So you have to ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want a good job or a job, or do you want to be successful? What does success look like to me in 2018? Having a home and owning it. I don't care what kind of home it is. If it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 800 square feet, if it's in your name and you own it, you're successful in my eyes, because there's so many people don't own a house. There's so many people who are struggling right now that do not own a house. Y'all hear what I just said? So success to me looks like you're a homeowner. No one can gentrify you. No one's putting you out. No one, well, you know what, there's a lot of illegal stuff going on. So some people who own homes are being gentrified because they're not watching their titles, because they're not watching their city, their council members and all that stuff. But anyway, that's a whole nother YouTube, Facebook, Instagram live. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about success. What does success look like? What does success look like to y'all? Success to me, y'all, is owning your own business, owning a home, creating jobs in my community. You know what I'm saying? I always stayed a part of my community. I don't care how bad it was, how rough it was. I had some kind of voice in my community. I owned something in my community. I helped create jobs in my community. I told a lot of my community people where money was. Okay, well, I knew all you guys drop out of school, y'all convicted felons. So I need y'all. I'm gonna start hooking y'all up with tow trucks. I'm gonna start hooking y'all up with if you know how to weld, I'm gonna send you some business over there because I need you to wrap this frame for me. I need you to pull this Corvette engine and rebuild it for me in your backyard. And I'm gonna come pick it up and drop it in this 58 Chevy. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to ship over to Norway. So I kept a lot of money in my community. That's what success looked like to me, because I wasn't the only one eating. The knowledge that I had as a car builder, as a mechanic, the knowledge that I had was a pathway to entrepreneurship. And I took that pathway to entrepreneurship, and I realized I had a lot of money coming in because I had these car builders all the way from $8,500 to build their car all the way to $100,000 to build, $8,500 to build a Oldsmobile Cutlass 81 to $120,000 to build a 58 convertible. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So I had a lot of money coming in that I had to make decisions off of. Who do I want to buy these tires from? Who do I want to paint this car? Who do I want to buy the transmission from? Who do I want to buy these nuts and bolts from? I'm going to spend, $1,500 on nuts and bolts. Who do I want to buy them from? Oh, you have a black company that makes nuts and bolts? I will buy them from you. Okay, you are a black painter that paints cars. I will let you paint the car. I had that choice, that power. It was my say so. My customers just say, TJ, just make my car look amazing, man. I have a video showroom ready, TJ, where it's on the turntable spinning around, and that's all I'm concerned about. They didn't ask me who's the manufacturer of the nuts and bolts, who's the manufacturer of those trailers, or they didn't ask me none of that. That's why it opened the door for me to say, I'm gonna help a lot of my friends start business. They didn't ask me who towing my car, TJ. I need to know the name of the company. They didn't ask me all that. They just said, TJ, here go that $50,000 to build my 59 hardtop, hypothetically speaking. Build it up. I want it red. I want black interior. I want gold wheels on it. That's all they told me. Okay, got it. Now I took that money. Okay, I want you to paint it, Mr. Black Man. Sister, I want you to do this part. Brother, I want you to do that. So I was able to go back to my community with that knowledge because I had a pathway of entrepreneurship to go create more jobs in my community. So I did that. Helped a lot of business owners start. So that's what success looked like to me. Y'all hear what I'm saying? That's what success looked like to me. It wasn't just about me making a few dollars, me being able to walk around and say, me and my family cool. I don't know about you and yours, but me and mine is cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go get y'all's. It wasn't like that for me. It was like every day I heard somebody say, TJ, can you hook me up with a job? TJ, can you hook me up? Can you help? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. You need a job? Hold on, let me get on the phone. Let me make some phone calls to one of these 50 people that I know that I put money in their pockets every day. In fact, I know for a fact that Ricky's over there. He's in over his head. He got too many cars and he don't have enough workers. He just said one of his workers quit. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go over there and tell him I said you need a job. And boom, next thing you know, they working. That's how that works. So we got to start learning to take things like that, get the pathway that's going to be able to go back to our community and help others out. Why did car building work so good for me? Car building works so good for me because California is the biggest state on the planet that sells cars. People in California, y'all see all these lowriders out here. Y'all see all these muscle cars racing up and down the street. Y'all see all these fancy cars. Black people got some nice stuff. So we spend a lot of money on our cars. So why would you be surprised that I was making money fixing them? That don't make no sense. Why would you be surprised that I was making money fixing cars? Why would you be surprised that I actually helped other people make money fixing cars? Why? That don't make no sense for you to be confused when you see cars every day. But that says you don't know anything about entrepreneurship. What we got here? I heard an economist say that the black dollar should bounce around the black community at least 5 to 7 times. You're absolutely right. I do that. I keep my black dollar in the community. It's very hard. Put it like this. It's very hard for me to spend my money out of the community, On a 9 times out of 10, I say I spend my money in the black community. You look at my Facebook page, you'll see I stay in Simply Wholesome. Jamani, how you doing, Queen? Fam, I appreciate that. Get the book. I appreciate that. Anybody want to get that book? ThomasTJLofton.com, the website, $31.95 to your door. Building black ownership. Y'all hear what I'm talking about? That's what we talk about now. The pathways to building black ownership, which I wrote in my book about the trades and how these are the pathway. What is the pathway? I put in detail in this book about things that we need to know. So I appreciate that support. All of those y'all who bought the book already. If you hadn't bought it, go ahead and get it online, ThomasTJLofton.com. But if y'all can share this video, I appreciate it too. If y'all can share this video, that'd be great. I appreciate it. If y'all want to help me out and support the community, just please share this video. Share it into your groups with your friends. So yes, the family said that they heard that the dollar stayed in the community. Most people don't know what that means. Let me tell you what that means. When I made some money, so when somebody came to me and says, TJ, here's that $50,000. No, let's make it simple. Let's make it basic. When somebody came to me and said, TJ, here's $800 for the job that you did to my car. Thank you, TJ, for this is all profit, TJ, for you. That's cool. Here's your profit, $800. Now I got my little bag, they call it. They said the bag. He got the bag. Okay. I got my little bitty bag with $800 in it, right? Now, okay, what am I going to do with that money? I'm going out to eat, right? I'm going out to, I'm going to spend some money on some clothes, all of this kind of stuff. As of now, the black dollar doesn't even calculate around the black community months. Payday, it does leave the black community within half an hour. Let's get that. Let's correct that right quick, brother, sister, fam, Ash. The dollar does stay in our community, but just not the overall amount of us. If there's, what do they say, it's 30 million of us. 30 million of us is not sharing that dollar. So we got to say it just like that. Got it in ATL. I appreciate the teaching in the book. What store did you get it from in ATL, fam? What store in ATL did you get the book from? I'm just curious. So what was my thought at? The dollar in my community, my friends, it turns over a lot. The dollar in the college students community, I'm pointing y'all out because this is a fact. This is a fact. Our young, educated, degree people, we feel we're special. Not we. They feel they're special, so they want to go hang out with the white folks. So that means they're going to go eat at the white restaurants. They're going to go buy a house in the white communities purely based on the fact that they feel they've arrived. But so therefore, they're going to stay in those areas. They're going to eat in those areas. They're going to buy clothes in those areas. They're going to have to blend in those areas. They're going to do all the things to be accepted and keep those jobs. If you want to keep a job, you have to be seen in the white neighborhoods, putting your money into those white neighborhoods. You got to go support your co-workers and eat at the white restaurants. You very seldomly see a black person telling their co-workers, hey, all my white friends, let's go down to Simply Wholesome and have lunch. You know, you very seldomly see people hearing that. Most of our, and I'm not trying to talk, if you don't do it, I'm not talking about you. If you don't do it, I'm not talking about you. I'm not here to blast you if you do it. I'm just saying, let's fix the problem and we need your money. Please bring it back to the community so people like me, oh, Book Boutique, there you go. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? If you do it, then I will know. I want to be able to reap some of the benefits of that money. So, for example, when I got my $800 from that person about that car, you know what I'm saying? I had to decide, okay, well, I'm going to need some clothes. Oh, I'm promoting my business. I need to get me some shirts with my name on it. Well, I knew a black guy. I called one of my black business owners. I said, hey, man, who made your shirts? And they said, oh, it's a brother. I'm familiar. Stonecrest Mall, the Book Boutique, Miss Kiara in the house, Monique and them in the house, and then with them books. You know what I'm saying? So I called up a black business owner and asked him, hey, who made them shirts for you with your name on it and your phone number and all of that? And he said, oh, my homeboy, he did it. Okay, see, it was simple for me to ask one of my homeboys who made his shirt, because if I go through my homeboy who has a good relationship with the shirt maker, that means I'm going to get a good deal because I'm referred to by this guy who's already been spending money for years. So versus me being a new guy just walking through the door and get laid out because, hey, man, I don't know what shirts cost. I don't know how much embroidery costs. I just need a shirt. You know, then they're like, oh, it's going to be $1,000. No, because my partner referred me, that guy knew, well, he most likely told him how much he paid me for those shirts. So I can't get over on him because I don't want to lose any business from this guy that I've been doing business with. Y'all hear what I just said? Y'all see how that works when I'm recycling my black dollar? So that hookup we looking for is coming through being referred to from other black people. So what do? I turn around and I go to the black owned shirt company and say, hey man, I want some shirts that when I made the shirt, I really wanted my logo on here, right? But I got twisted at the last minute. And the brother said, man, you know, when I got there, I had in my mind, I want my logo. I want this little guy right here. I want Thomas T.J. Lofton on there. I want him to be on the back on my shirt, on my logo right here. And then he says too many colors in there. You got too many colors in there. You got green, you got brown, you got black, you got white. We can't put all them colors. It ain't gonna look right. It's gonna be too small. I was like, man, he wanted to put it in a silk screen. I didn't want silk screen. I want embroidery, but that's a whole nother conversation. So anyway, I turned around and went to that brother and had my shirts made. And I said, okay, well, just put my name on it, create entrepreneurs, not employees. So boom, he did that. Okay, so now this shirt, for example, he bought it from a black company. So now the money's still in the community. Y'all hear what I just said? I bought the shirt. I bought the shirt from a brother, and he turned around and I wanted him to put embroidery on the shirt. And he said he bought the shirts from a black company. I was like, oh, good. I needed to hear that. I appreciate that. I didn't ask him that, but I needed to hear that. That helped me out mentally, knowing, yeah, look at my dollar stand in the community. So, boom, I got me some shirts made. Then I decide I need some suits and ties. I call my other homeboy. I said, matter of fact, one of my partners at the center that I was used to go hang out at, he owns a suit and tie spot. Let me make some phone calls and find that brother's phone number. Call him up, brother got some suit and ties or whatever it was. What I decide I need to, you know what I'm saying? People want me to wear a suit when I go do my speaking in front of certain kind of people. They want you to wear a suit. Okay, well, brother said, TJ, if you need a suit, let me know. Boom, I get it from my homeboy because he said, TJ, if you need a suit, let me know. He got me. Okay, well, he looked like me. And in fact, I like the guy. He's a cool cat. He comes in with his wife. You know what I'm saying? I see family business. Black-owned family business, so I want to continue to put back into that. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, they say, TJ, anyway, so it's very simple, y'all, to keep the dollar circulating in the community because I spend my money with people who spend their money with me. Y'all hear what I just said? Y'all look at it, she said, for example, Simply Wholesome, for example. Simply Wholesome, I go in there and eat all the time. I stay up in there eating. When you call me and say, TJ, are you in LA? Yeah. Can we sit down and have a consultation? Can I chop it up with you? I need to holler at you about something. Meet me at Simply Wholesome. Y'all hear what I just said? So now when we get to Simply Wholesome, we're going to stop and we're going to have something to eat when we're there. You know what I'm saying? Give me a smoothie or give me that plate, that veggie plate over there or something like that. Give me that veggie burrito or something, you know. Every now and then I might get some salmon or something, every blue moon, you know. But give me that vegan plate. Give me that. Give me one of them patties or something. And so now I'm at Simply Wholesome. And Simply Wholesome, when they come up on good information, they said, you know what? I like TJ. He's a good guy. TJ, you wrote your book. We need to get it on the shelves. I'm like, wow, they asking me about my book. I'm like, wow. I remember I was in Atlanta and they reached out to me. TJ, when you gonna bring the book down here? I'm like, give me a minute. I won't be back in California for several months. I remember they asked me about the book. The book came out in September. I didn't get back to California till Christmas, January or something like that. And then I finally got the book on the shelves because I was wondering if people knew. Say, TJ, you live in Atlanta, don't you? I was like, no, I don't. You know, I know you live in Atlanta. You've been out there for 3 months. I was like, man, I've been back and forth, up and down the East Coast on tour, coaching people, training people. So anyway, fast forward the story. They reached out to me and asked when am I bringing the book down there so they could get it. And it was such a powerful situation. So also if you're in California and you want to get the book and you're in Los Angeles County or something, go to Simply Wholesome and get the book, you know. Also, it's at Malik's bookstore at the Baldwin Hill Crenshaw Mall. So anyway, y'all, Renee has it at Shades of Africa in Long Beach, California. Powerful place. I love it. Or you can go to Juicy Juice and get the book off the shelves at the Juicy Juice Black. All these is Black-owned businesses, y'all. They all sell my book. So now I'm going in there to Simply Wholesome, having meetings, having consultations, having all kind of training class on the patio, the whole nine, y'all. I had a book signing on the patio the other day. So I'm keeping my money in there. All my friends, all these people, my followers came to Simply Wholesome and sit down to have some lunch. I mean, to sit down to listen to me talk about the gentrification and building Black ownership going on around the country. And what do I thought about, what's my thoughts about entrepreneurship? What kind of business is going on in Atlanta? What kind of business is going on in DC, TJ? What kind of houses is for sale in DC? Why is all the people moving from this state to this state and all of that? Oh, boom, I'm laying it out. But guess what I'm looking at? Everybody got a smoothie in their hand from Simply Wholesome. Everybody got a hot pocket or something. Others are sitting there eating breakfast. Others, when I'm finished, I'm looking at other people when they're having breakfast, having lunch. You know what I'm saying? Then they brought in a band, and people said, man, I'm going to hang out after you leave and listen to that band play. I didn't know they had a band here. I didn't even know this was here. So I'm bringing in a lot of money to their store as well. So that makes me look good. And someone just called me from Simply Wholesome saying, I bought your book from Simply Wholesome, just like the person right here. Jamon said, they bought the book in Stonecrest Mall at the Book Boutique. So that's keeping the dollar in the community, you know what I'm saying? And it's such a powerful thing. So by me spending, the people who I spend money with, they always referring me stuff. People telling me about it. They endorsing me. They're like, hey, who's this book with this TJ guy? Who's this monetizing gentrification? Oh, that's TJ. He eat here all the time. Oh, y'all know him? Man, you ask them about me, they be like, oh yeah, that's my good friend. And Renee be like, oh, we love TJ. TJ's really smart. And I'll be just sitting there like, oh, I'm all like, oh, thank you. Just like, thank you for looking out for your brother. Like, y'all believe in me? You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to make things happen to help my community. And y'all out there, they saw it. They see what I'm doing, what I'm going through, and they out here just talking good about me, telling people, look at this brother. He out here handling, teaching the people, making it possible for our community to have stuff, and they out here bragging on me, and I'm sitting there just all tear dropping out of my eye and just smiling like they talk about me. I'm like, wow, thank you. I mean, that was a sidebar. I probably shouldn't even all that. I'm just humbled, y'all. I'm humbled that my dollars stay in the community, and a lot of my people that I do business, they dollars stay in my pocket because I'm definitely going to do the right thing. You give me some money, I'm going to give it back to my community as well. Instagram, I'm going to cut you right back on, and then I'm probably going to go another 10 minutes and shut it down. I don't know how I missed that. Anybody got any questions for me? Patrice, how you doing? So anyway, rewinding the story back and getting back to it. Yes, family, we're being bamboozled. Not we, but people have been bamboozled. And that's why I do what I do, because I come out to let us know that, look, family, we've been bamboozled. You do not have to have a college degree to be successful. Success is entrepreneurship. Y'all hear what I just said? Success is entrepreneurship. How can you keep the dollar the black dollar in your black community, in our black community, if you ain't got no business for us to spend it with? Y'all hear what I'm just saying? What I just said? You got to have a business for people to put the money in the community. If you don't own a business, then how can they put the money in the community? I own a business. So people coming to me, when I bought my books, you know what I'm saying? When I had my books printed, they like, okay, well, hey, I went to a black printer and had them print my books. You know what I mean? They wasn't as big as the other company, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? I looked in the room and I'm like, man, y'all got all black employees in here. So I felt honored to buy my books from them. You know what I'm saying? And when I turn around and spend my money, I'm going to most likely find somebody black. So you have to start a business for people to keep the money in the black community. So if we send off everybody to college and they all get good jobs, they ain't coming back to the community. They ain't starting no business in the community because they working. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna say they, I ain't gonna say all of them, because some of them are. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading some phenomenal articles on social media, and it puts tears in my eye here. Okay, it's like a big movement. College students are starting businesses now. I'm proud to hear that, because I'm not here to bash them and talk down on them. I'm saying we need y'all to bring that knowledge back to the community and make some things happen. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, let me finish telling y'all about the white folks today. I went to Edelbrock Racing today, and dude who started the business, he sent his son. His son went off to college, and he turned around and he took business classes or something like that, because his dad owned a what? A business. Y'all hear what I just said? His dad owned a business, so he turned around and took business classes. And when he came home from school, he went back to his dad's business, which he knew all about it because he'd been working in his dad's business since he was 5, hypothetically speaking. And now he took over the business and took business to the next level, made it the second biggest automotive place on the planet, because most business owners are trial and error as we go. You know what I'm saying? When I started my business, it was all about trial and error. Let's see what works. Okay, well, I spent money on that, and I didn't like that. That didn't work out well. I ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, let me try this. Okay, well, yeah, that works out cool. And even under referrals, I would ask my homeboys, what do you think about that? If they didn't own a lowrider shop, they don't know. They couldn't really refer me. My homeboys own record labels and stuff like that. So getting advice for them, how to run my lowrider shop, that really didn't help me out a lot. They can say, yes, TJ advertised over here, and that ain't where the lowrider guys was at. You know what I'm saying? They ain't where the classic car guys was at. They ain't where the muscle car guys was at that I was building. So anyway, fast forward to story. Yes, I had some trial and errors, but over the years, 2-3 years later, I had it all figured out, and boom, I'm making serious money at the time. You know. So anyway, man, I can talk all day, y'all. So yes, we got to keep our money in the community, and we got to start businesses, family. They pulled the trades out of schools because they knew trades are pathways to wealth. Y'all hear what I said? They pulled the trades out of the schools because they knew the trades are pathways to wealth. If you know how to paint, if you know how to do automotive, if you know how to build a house, if you know how to build cabinets for a house, then that is a pathway for you to become a multimillionaire. Did y'all hear what I just said? So let's talk about the woodshop class today. I found out they pulled that out of Centennial High School. It really bothered me, y'all. It really bothered me because I already knew what was going on. It's like, why would you pull? No, let me rephrase that statement. They pulled the woodshop class out of the schools because they knew this is a huge gentrification market. And during gentrification, there is going to be massive amounts of trades needed to build houses. So building houses and flipping houses. Every time you cut the TV on, you see something about flip this house, flip that house. Well, in part of flipping houses, the first thing I want to see in a house is the kitchen. As me building houses or selling houses or buying a house, the most valuable part of the house is the kitchen. I want to see what the kitchen look like. I want to have some nice cabinets in there. I want to have some Viking, some Wolf, some Sub-Zero appliances up in the kitchen, y'all. I want to have nice kitchens and nice bathrooms in any property that I buy. I heard what I just said. And just like anybody else. So if now there's a high demand for kitchen cabinets, and little Robbie or my little brother here, little gangster Rick saying, "Oh man, cuz blood, I got a mechanic class, I got a wood shop class at my school, and man, I can make them cabinets for you. How much you gonna pay for them cabinets?" Now, because they're in school and they know about this, they're gonna say, "I can make those cabinets. You got them bull nose edges, you got those bevel tops, you got this, you got that." So they're gonna break that down, and the person who's looking to buy those cabinets, they're gonna like, you know the language. You really know what you're talking about. Okay, well, what do you think it will cost me? Well, now we send him to the store, and he's gonna label out his supplies. This is what he's gonna need to measure that house out. Boom, boom, pull that tape measure out. Make that high. You want your cabinets to start right here. You know what I'm saying? You want to hang a TV right there. Okay, we'll make the cabinet stop right there. Yada, yada, yada. Boom. I'm going to Home Depot and price out. Okay, the same cabinets that you're talking about ordering, Home Depot wants $38,000. I can do them for $30,000. Do you think schools want you let me rephrase that. Schools do not want you making money in entrepreneurship. If you're making money in entrepreneurship, you're not going to want to go to college. Y'all hear what I just said? You're not going to want to go to college. And quote unquote, I had a guy told me when they invited me to, I had one of the highest educators in the school system during a meeting that we had. It was a Save Our Black Boys. And y'all heard me say this before. It was a Save Our Black Boys meeting. Unapologetically, we're here to save our Black boys. And I asked him, what's the goal here? And he told me, quote unquote, I said, what's the goal? He said, we're trying to get everybody in college. I said, okay. You telling me you got Black boys dropping out of school in junior high school? Do you even ask why they dropping out? Are you asking why? They didn't ask why. They didn't care. They just want to know, we want to keep them in college. That's why we're here. I said, well, this is why they dropping out. Fast forward the story. When I hit them with a blueprint of what was going to make them young people successful, I said, look, we're going to teach them entrepreneurship in kindergarten. We're going to start them learning entrepreneurship in kindergarten. By the time they're 10 years old, they're going to be making $15,000 a month in their mama's kitchen, in their mama's garage, or something like that, like I did, hypothetically speaking. And the guy said, well, we don't want to go that deep. I said, what do you mean that deep? That ain't going to cost no money. That's just a change of language, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And he said, we don't want to teach them nothing that's going to affect them from going to college. I was like, I just sat back. I was like, I'm ready to leave now. You mean to tell me we cannot teach our young Black children who are dropping out of school in middle school, junior high school? Y'all hear what I just said? They have a large rate of young African-American men, boys and girls who are dropping out of junior high school in the 7th and 8th grade. And I'm saying I can teach them how to be an entrepreneur, and they can become millionaires or bring in 6 figures a year from right now by the time they're 10 and 12. And you're telling me you don't want to teach them these things because they possibly may not. We don't want to interfere with them going to college. If they're making too much money, like you did, TJ, I didn't even tell my story. Just like he said, just like you did, TJ, but he didn't say that. I'm thinking he's talking about me mentally. TJ, I made too much money. I was making $5,000 to $6,000 a month by the time I was in high school, getting ready to graduate. And when college came up, I was like, I'm not going to college because I don't think y'all making the kind of money that I'm making. In fact, I like dealing with my friends, so I'm going to stick with this. So he knew that. He knew that. It is a statistic that's out there that if you make a young person too much money early on, they will not go to college. So what do? Let's remove that out the way. Let's remove those aspects. Let's remove anything that's going to create independence. Let's remove the auto shops from them. Let's remove the welding mechanic shops. Let's remove the welding classes. Let's remove the auto mechanic classes. Let's remove the auto body classes. Let's remove the culinary classes. Let's remove anything that they can start a business and start making money with right now at 8 years old, 10 years old. Remove all of these things, and that will ensure them to go the distance, and they will turn around and go off to college in the end, because if we don't give them nothing in K through 12, then it's going to force them to spend more money and go off to a university. And then that's where they're going to get the debt. So do not think that those colleges or those high schools are not getting kickbacks for all the children they sending off to college. I will guarantee you, I will be willing to guarantee you that they are. I will guarantee you that they are being paid to get these people college ready. Just like I will also guarantee you they're being paid to get them prison ready too. Y'all hear what I just said? It's either go to college or go to prison. That's the standard in schools. You getting ready to go to college or you getting ready to go to prison? Because we ain't gonna teach you shit. If you ain't learning how to go to college, we ain't teaching you shit else but how to go to jail. Prison, school to prison pipeline. But anyway, family, they pulled the trades out of the school simply based on the fact that they knew that trades are a pathway to wealth, and wealth is a pathway to creating. Trades is a pathway to wealth, and trades is a pathway to create jobs in your community, which is also a major way to wealth. Because if you got a whole bunch of friends doing what you're doing, y'all all gonna make money by starting businesses. And now you know how to tie that in together. Like I teach the game, y'all, on how to tie that in together and franchise your business out and all that good stuff, and have a bunch of businesses just like I did. You know what I'm saying? You look me up, you'll see that I had a few businesses in my days. So anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. So if anybody would like to get this book, okay, ThomasTJLawson.com, or y'all can give me a call if you're interested in coaching, training, anything, 310-619-3954. To this weekend, I will be speaking twice in 2 different places. How about that? On the same block, I will be in Leimert Park, California on Saturday. Where my flyer at? Saturday, this coming Saturday, I'll be at Hot and Cool Cafe upstairs in the back. That new restaurant in Leimert Park, little vegan restaurant. I'll be speaking, giving a presentation from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'll be up there being a part. They're going to bring in some other speakers, but I'm the keynote speaker for that event. Then the following day, Sunday, I will be down 2 to 3 doors down on Degnan Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. I'll be a part of a panel discussion on real estate and economics, I believe. Matter of fact, it's mainly about real estate, I believe. So I will be in Leimert Park, California, 2 days this weekend at 2 different venues. So how about that? I've been going out of California so long. I appreciate the response when I came back. You know, people are reaching out to me, asking things of me, paying me to do things, buying my products, and let's get the books on the shelves. And, you know, I'm really having a great time. Y'all appreciate it. All of those of y'all who supported me, you know, I appreciate all of y'all who sharing my video. If y'all can share this video, I appreciate it too. You know, but again, I'll be at y'all can look on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, and I have a couple of flyers deep on my page, and you'll see that Saturday and Sunday, I'll be speaking in Leimert Park, California on Degnan Boulevard. I call it used to be the Black Wall Street back in the days. You know, we got some black businesses in that area. So Hot and Cool Cafe is supposed to be black owned, you know, and I'm excited about being there speaking. You know, I'll be able to talk to y'all, give my presentation on gentrification and building black ownership. We're going to talk about real estate. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about businesses. We're going to break it down, y'all, on Saturday and Sunday. That is I think it's a real estate panel because most of the speakers on it are real estate. The young sister that's giving it, she's all about, she's a commercial real estate agent. So she wants to talk to us more about owning commercial real estate. So that should be really cool because we got a lot of brokers. You got you know what I'm saying, agents and different people. So we're going to be talking about the real estate, the opportunity zones, the things that's going on. You know, how can you capitalize off of this real estate? We're going to be there talking about it. And I'll be signing books at both places. So y'all come on out and support, and let's talk about some things, y'all. Let's fix the problem, y'all. Let's figure out, let me tell y'all this. Those of y'all who trying to figure out how to create wealth and trying to build a blueprint by yourself, you ain't got to build a blueprint by yourself. It's people like me. I've already figured it out, know how to do it, and I'm teaching it. I put it in my book. So all you need to do is just buy the book or come to my presentation. I will tell you the blueprint on what's going on, how money's being made, how our families should be raised, what type of things we should be taking when we do go to school. Like I said earlier, I don't have a problem. I do have a problem with college. I have a problem with people who take all these expensive classes and come home and don't come home and don't start no businesses when they do come home. Just come home looking for a job. We need more people to come home and start businesses. I would think that if you go off to a university, it's called higher education. I want you to come home and show me the higher education and come home and say, damn, he didn't started a business and hired so many people in the community. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what I did. And I don't have higher education. That's what they say I don't. I think I do. To me, higher education is about knowing about real estate. It's about knowing about entrepreneurship. That's higher education because that's two things that we all need. That's two things that we all can use. You know, I know about automotive, so that's higher education. So I can operate and work on, do everything that we use. But we got our young people coming home in debt and they got a head full of knowledge about stuff that they can't use unless they're working for somebody else. And then most of the time, those places that they work in is not inside of California or not in the state that they grew up in, and they moving away from their parents, and that's leaving the door open for gentrification. So anyway, family, I'm about to get out of here and wrap this up. I appreciate y'all listening. So if y'all could please share this video into your groups with your friends, you know what I'm saying, with your family members, somebody, you may not be interested in what I said, but somebody on your page may definitely be interested. And I get a lot of people who find out about me through shares and say, man, I had a question, and you're the only one who's talking about that. And I appreciate your answers to the question. The book, y'all want to get the copy of that book, Monetizing Gentrification, Building Black Ownership. It is also a workbook. So yes, this is something that we need to have sitting on the counters at the barbershop, sitting on the tables at the beauty salons, you know what I'm saying, sitting in our schools. It's a big seller for the homeschoolers. This is really amazing, you know, helping a lot of people. So anyway, ThomasTJLofton.com. If you want to cash at me, money sign Thomas TJ Lofton, straight across. Money sign Thomas TJ Lofton, $31.95 to the door. Other than that, you can go to my website, ThomasTJLofton.com. So like I said earlier, if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, you can get the books at Axum Cultures, or you can get it at the Book Boutique in the mall, Stonecrest Mall. If you're in California, Southern California, you can get it at Simply Wholesome on Slauson and Overhill, or you can get it from Malik Bookstore in the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. You can get it at Juicy Juice in Carson, California, or you can get the book in Long Beach, California at Shades of Africa, family. Or you can call me up and order one over the phone, 310-619-3954. Or you can come out to this my presentations or where I'll be speaking at this Saturday and Sunday, and I'll give you a signed copy, and we can take a picture, family. So again, I'll tell y'all the game about the books. Always ask the author to get a picture of that. Get a signed copy of that book and get a picture with the author, because that is worth a lot of money. If you have a person like Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and if you have an original copy of their book that's been signed, you got money. That's worth a lot of money. If you got a picture of your granddad and Marcus Garvey, you can sell that picture for a lot of money, that book for a lot of money. Y'all hear what I just said? If you got an original book signed by Malcolm X, and it's a picture of your grandmom hugging Malcolm X, and they hold that book like this, that's worth a lot of money. So any of your Black scholars, especially me, you know what I'm saying, you get a picture of me sitting by that book, in the future, these books are going to be worth a lot of money, family. So get your signed book, get your picture, the whole nine, family.